What's up, reefers? Welcome to UniqueCorals. This is Alex Wilson, and this is my video log where you can learn from my mistakes and check out some crazy reefing stuff. So here we go. Alright, so here today I have this top-down viewer right here from Flipper, and this is a pretty good top-down floating acrylic box that works pretty good for the top-down situation. Got this one off of Amazon because it was not available or out of stock, certainly at Bulk Reef Supply and Saltwater Aquarium, which is where I usually shop. So let's come check it out over here on the main display. There it is right there. So this one's 8 inches by 8 inches box, really nice there. It also has this orange filter. It's removable orange filter. This comes right out. I can slide it right in where you want to shoot a little bit of the orange filter action. But right now I have it on the white, so it should be good to go without it. And here it is. So cell phone fits nicely in here, and phones sit straight nicely down onto the box. And yeah, so you get a pretty good shot of the top downs. It's from my Goniastrias right there. Green Goniastria, got the splatter Goniastria, and not sure if these guys sing each other or not. And so let's come check it out over here. I got this there's my Heliofungia, and every once in a while it kind of does look like it's goes through like a kind of strange deflating of its polyps there. It's looking kind of weird right now, but sometimes it does that. It's fine though, and just lasts a couple minutes. And coming over here, we got the fuzzy mushrooms right here, crazy growing up all up onto the back acrylic of my aquarium there, and certainly onto the down rocks as well. But here's a shot of that it's fireworks aquapore right there, not really opening up or getting the good polyp extension that it should, just very slight. And right here, this is the green millipore, good polyp extension though. However, I did lose the other bigger one that I had. That it's just I think of the overlighting situation. So I brought it back down, lost a few things, mainly all the aquapore, some of the aquapores. Here's the green slimer right there, so good polyp extension. And the base of them just like a brown, so the base of them hasn't turned like a green like it should or will as it grows. But he seems to be doing okay right there. There he is. And this one over here, this one is the Jason Fox Radicals Red Stag. So yep, there it is. This was like a pretty good frag. So it's just hopefully it'll start coming back and growing up from there. And to the left over here, I got the Rainbow Loom, just a patch of it there, and I'm looking forward to get it growing onto the back glass, onto the rocks, right along the rocks. What else did we got? This is the Green Valley Slimer Coral frag from Abe at Coral Euphoria. By the way, I have an order from Abe coming in a week or 2 weeks on the 28th, so looking forward to that. But I also ordered a couple more of those guys. And let's see what else. Shot at these those Candy Crush Orange Disco Soma Madness. Got the home wrecker right there, looking pretty good, as well as the Walt Disney there to the right. That was one that burned out on me, so definitely ordered another pretty good looking frag from Abe over there, nice yellow on him. So looking forward to that one. Clam guard's looking good today. Coming over here, check out this is the frag of the Jason Fox Special Varieties with the red polyps and the blue base on them. stuck them on there and burned them up with a little bit. I had a little bit of epoxy on my glove on my hand, stuck them right there and just burned them up. So anyway, looking forward to get that one encrusting and going back again. The Priorities over here is looking good as well. And this is the Rainbow Aquacoral. It's got more polyps on them. This is the Marvelous Marvin. It's a TCK coral. And so here's a shot of this. This one's the yellow tips from UniqueCorals. Good pulp extension, good color. Mushroom Madness. And got the Samo Coral Garden. And we got my Diphastриas. So what else we got over here? Oh yeah, here's the Frankenberry's table from Abe. Looking good, good color, good pulp extension. Got my Hammer Ophelia Garden. And right here I have the my Aggie Tort. Nice green and blue tort, good pulp extension, good color. As well as a crazy elegance coral over here. Taking up the whole corner. See what else we got. We got that Kryptonite Candy Cane. Got the branching Olivia Pore and Duncan Madness. And then of course my Rhodactis, green Rhodactis, purple Rhodactis, and the Bounce Disco Soma, green Rhodactis. Alright guys, so that one's looking pretty good as far as the top down viewer. It seems to be pretty convenient, pretty good shots just straight like this. This is pretty good because I couldn't get any top down shots. Just like half of the aquarium. I turned off my Innovative Marine power heads up here, and I can get some shots of it, but the intake is on this side right here of the aquarium, so it always comes in right here, and just I don't like to just disturbs the whole top, so I can't even see anything there. Certainly not take any video or pictures of it. And certainly don't want to turn it off either. I mean, last resort, because then it turns off and then it drains down, of course, into the sump, and the water level drains back down, and so it, big hassle, makes a mess, and everything. So kills the coralline algae that's up on there too, just exposed to the air after just a very short amount of time. So yep, there it is, the coral viewer, folks. Yeah, what else do we got going over here? You got to see I got new corals over here. Where are they at? Well, they're over here in my coral 20-gallon coral display, 20-gallon quarantine. So what's going on over here? Let's see, I just tested everything. Salinity is good at 35 parts per thousand. Got the alkalinity is at 9, right where I want it. Buffer zone going up and down. That's why I have it at 9. And so let's see here, nitrate down to 7, dosed it up to 15. That's right, I dosed it up to 15 using the sodium nitrate. That's right, the sodium nitrate that I mixed up myself using the amount that I got it from it's a pharmaceutical grade sodium nitrate from Amazon that you saw in the last episode. So that worked good there, doing good. Phosphates down as well, so I bumped it up using the nail phos from Brightwell. I still have some of that left over. So I bumped it up to 15 parts per million on the nitrate, and then on the phosphate, on this one, I bumped it up to 0.15 parts per million. And then on the main display over there, the alkalinity was down. I had a chance to test it for a couple of days there, so it got a little bit down to 7.8. So dosing it back up with the Alpha Reef nitrate, dosed it up to 15, and then the phosphate up to 0.2 parts per million. And it seems like that works pretty good, that it lasts about a week, and it starts pulling down, and then I test it a week later, and it's about 0.05. So if I could test it midweek and then add a batch there. But if I add just 0.15, I notice, I go a whole week, at least right now on the system, it's down to zero, zeros on the phosphates when I do test it a week later. Alright guys, so let's check it out. I got new corals over here. That's right, I got some new stuff in. I got a shipment in for Jason Fox. I got a shipment in from UniqueCorals. And last but not least, I got a shipment in from TopShelfAquatics. So really happy that I got some really good frags this time around. Let's check them out. Yeah, so here's the shots right here. These big, pretty big chunks right here from UniqueCorals. Right, this is the green slimer. Huge frag of it. Let's check him out. Man, he's just so huge. So good so far. I got my fingers crossed on these guys. Still, it's been about let's see, it's almost a week since I've gotten these guys. And this time around, I did not do any dipping yet. I'm trying to follow the advice of Vic at Worldwide Corals, where he was talking about how it's a good idea to try to give the corals, well, he said a few days, probably, I'm thinking like a couple of days, maximum of a week kind of time to recover before you even dip them. And so I'm trying that, see how it's going to work, and so good so far. I mean, put these guys in here, boom, I haven't lost one yet. Good color and good pulp, well, good color so far. And so let's see what it does, and I'm probably going to dip these guys today or tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes, check on the next episode, see how it works out. But, well, the theory is that, we have it going such that, ideally you want to dip before, you put them in there, because in theory, if you put them in there, they can contaminate things. So I'm not sure just how quick, depending on what you're talking about, whether it's the red bugs, black bugs, mainly concerned with the acro-eating flatworms, such that you put them in there, boom, the eggs are in there, and are they, how long does it take for them to contaminate another coral? So maybe it takes months and months. So, a few days certainly is reasonable. I think a week is probably reasonable too, so I'm trying that and see if I get some better results. It certainly stresses them out when you're dipping them. And I don't know, when I dip them, I just try to dip them using like kind of a mix of everything and just give it a quick 15-minute, but it's also, I heard, good to, maybe do less than that. So I'll probably do like 7 minutes, just kind of a mix of everything into one quick dip. The iodine dip, the sodium potassium dip, and then the reef, the two little fishies product. Revive, I think it's called. So, I do a mix like that, put them in one thing and do a quick dip on it. And so we'll see how it goes. All right, so here's the green slimer. This is supposed to be a Tyree lime in the sky right there from UniqueCorals, and it's really good frags, just encrusted like crazy. And that's what I do too. I mean, I don't debase the acropores that I have so far, and I just prefer to dip the actual plugs into the potassium hydroxide. And so I'll do that, just for a couple minutes, just to burn up whatever's there really quick. And that's it, instead of actually cutting the bases, the frag plugs off and debasing them, cutting them, and then putting them onto new frag plugs. That's what I've done. I just use the hydrogen peroxide, and I use the full amount, and I just dip them in there, and I just kind of hold the top of the coral with my hands and just dip the bottom. So good so far with that. All right, so this is the other one here, right here from UniqueCorals. This is the turf burner table, and just barely starting to get some good pulp extension out of him now, and it's been about a week, so looking good. Turf burner table. Pretty crazy. And look, I was looking for, I love tables, and green tables especially, so I got this one as well as this other one over here. So this is the Jason Fox Flame UniqueCorals, looking good frag. It's got encrusted down on the frag right there. This is the Jason Fox, the PC Superman table that I got from Jason Fox, and definitely good color, good pop extension already. Happy about that. And of course, he just fragged it for me, so certainly hasn't had time to encrust anything yet. There it is. Then to the left, this is one of my favorites, green table. This is the Green Rogers table. So definitely had good frags of it there. Jason Fox. So happy to got some Green Rogers table because I like the green table. So this one has an especially just a solid solid bright green table. So there it is. It's a classic. And we got my clams are doing good right there. The Croceas, stick them up kind of on the rocks right there, get them out of the way. By the way, on these guys too, previously on my clams, I do the 30-minute freshwater dip, and that's right, 30 minutes in purified water dips. Except these guys, I did on the same thing with the frags on my corals. These guys, I tried to do just the same idea where it certainly stresses them out. So I have lost, quite a few clams coming in. A lot of the times it's up to 50%. So with these guys, I didn't dip them whatsoever. However, when I do move them from here to the main display, I will go ahead and give them their purified dip. But I'm thinking about doing them just 15 minutes, or 10 minutes, or even just 5 minutes is probably good. And another tip that I think would be good with these guys is just to hold the clams, to hold their shells shut. Because I've had a few of them where, if they're healthy, they'll feel it. It's natural in the wild where they're exposed. They'll start to rain on them and they'll be exposed up, on low tide. And so they're evolved to be able to feel that, and then they'll close the clam up and then they're fine. And if they're not healthy, then they just won't close up. And so a lot of times I have seen them do that in the bath, and those were the ones, one of the times that they certainly didn't make it. So I'm going to go ahead and try that, hit them with like a 15 or 10 minute purified water bath, and then go from there. So here's a shot of, this is the Palette's pink tip Aquacoral right here from TopShelfAquatics. Definitely has a really good frag of it, encrusted, nice and chunky, two tips on them. And a really good story in that one, of course, if you know the story from Mike Paletta, that how he had years ago, someone had sent him this coral from the Philippines along with some other ones, and it's just one of the ones that was kind of browned out, and then it really colored up with the green and along with the pink tips on it, and so that's why I started calling it the Paletta pink tip. And how he got it from the Philippines, and someone just is kind of investigating, trying to get some corals out of there, and someone just went out and got a few samples and years ago. So interesting story to have corals that have stories behind them. I like them. So there it is, story Palette's pink tip. All right, to the left we got over here, this is the TopShelfAquatics. I got another frag of this blue Bali Slimer. So yes, the blue Bali Slimer definitely is a Slimer. It's got good color, good pulp extension so far, and I did get one smaller frag before, lost that one, so hopefully this one will do better. And to the left right here, this is what the TopShelfAquatics Ice Tort. Yep, I don't know, it looked kind of cool. It was a tort that had a really good frag of it, encrusted, absolutely huge frag, wasn't that expensive, and it was it's a tort, and it kind of has kind of a pearly kind of like, but it's kind of a lightish green, I'll say kind of purplish. So it's almost kind of like a pearlberry type of pearl to it. And still waiting for the polyps to open on this guy so far. So far, pretty much closed. Maybe open up a little bit now. They're really hard to tell to get in close and check out get a close shot. There he is. Oh yeah, see it is opening up a little bit there. So yep, fingers crossed with this guy looking good. This is the Ice Tort. Alright, to the left here we got, this is the Raspberry Lemonade from TopShelfAquatics. Looked really good. There it is, encrusted over the frag. And then also got a really good frag of the Oregon Blue Tort. Yep, there it is, Oregon Blue Tort. Really good color on this one. Just new right when I stuck them out of the bags. Really good color, healthy. I had a frag of them before, but it was just the smallest little, like 1/4 of an inch frag. Pretty ridiculous. If you're gonna do frags, guys, please keep him to at least 1 inch. You know, these 3/4 inch frags are just way too small in my opinion. Just way too. So prefer to get at least a 1 inch, if not a bigger. You know, multi-branched frags. Seems like it's just so much better to get them started. And this one right here, this is the Jason Fox branching yellow or golden Samo Coral. And I had one of these before, you know, when I was first starting out. Well, again, about a year ago. And it did good for a while, so I lost it though. And I had it in that little small 3-gallon aquarium and everything. So that's why I got another frag of it. Looking forward to doing good. And it has really cool, just looks kind of like a goldish right now. However, under the tentacle light, it's just like an absolutely metallic glowing gold. It's just like a fluorescent yellowish gold. So really nice fluorescence on them under the 10x. And then yeah, I got another frag of this Jason Fox special varieties. Then to the left, I got a Jason Fox. This is the Steve Garrett Stylophora, and it's really awesome because it's has like the pink base of the pink Stylophora, and yet the polyps on them are a nice green. So nice solid green. You get a contrast where you can see the polyps, and it contrast is really nice against the actual base. So looking forward to getting this going again. And I've tried, let's see, 1, 2, I don't know, 3 of these frags so far, but it was before the Stylophoras have really started taking off in my systems, and they certainly have. So look, and as well, I also got this one. This is the Jason Fox Bug Out Stylophora. Starting to get some better pulp extension on them, and it does look pretty similar to your standard rainbow Stylophora. However, it does have a slightly, instead of kind of purplish chips, maybe kind of a lighter, maybe kind of a purplish polyps on them, pink base, as well as green on the base as well. So I have the rainbows, and they definitely do not have the green on it. So there it is. So hopefully this one will do well as well. Let's get a shot of him on this side. Yep, there he is. Rainbow Stylophora. And then to the back shot of the Steve Garrett Stylophora. And I also ordered just another straight pink Stylophora, and it's actually pretty similar to the Steve Garrett there, except that the polyps on them are kind of a light purple, almost like a clearish color. So looking forward to getting that one too. I really like it because it's just the pink. It's just when it's gets big, and you just see the polyps. Like on this one, the green that covers up the base a little bit, but the pink Stylophora, it's just like you can see the base under there, so you really see a lot of the pink on the base. Alright guys, so I guess that's pretty much it right here. Check out the main display really quick. There it is. I went through the parameters, and got last light, right? Yellow tank's doing good. Heliofungia. Got the Garrett garden. Here I was talking about the Stylophoras. There they are. It's got the rainbow right there, except it's lacking the green and not quite as much color in it as the Jason Fox Bug Out Stylophora that I just got. But I have the blueberry Stylophora. I got the Project X Stylophora right there, the green one, and then the rainbow Stylophora on the side. So crazy. These guys are really doing good over here. Good pulp extension, and really starting to encrust and grow a little bit. Alright guys, guess that's it for today. But check back on the next episode and find out what's doing good and what just didn't make it. That's right, dead corals over here. I'm probably gonna have a whole bunch of dead frags. Getting another shipment in from Sunnyside Corals, as well as Abe at Coral Euphoria. Alright guys, bye. Happy reefing.